In the name of Allah, the merciful and the beneficent. My name is Kashaf and I am from Chemistry Department and my ID is 018. Today I am here to present the topic which is the determination of concentration of sugar in juice by a refractometric and volumetric method. And we will study these methods one by one. Firstly, we will see how to determine the concentration of sugar in juice by using a refractometric method. So let's start with refractometric method. Next. So what is a refractometric method? It is a method which is used to measure substance refractive index and bricks, and which is then used to measure the sucrose level in food samples. So in this experiment, the refractometer that has been used is a hand-handled refractometer, and this hand-handled refractometer will be used to determine the bricks as I have shown in the picture. So the refractometer is a rapid and moderately accurate method to find the concentration of sugar in any juice sample. This shows that the refractive index IR is indirect measure of the sugar concentration in the food sample. And this is a hand-handled refractometer. So what is refractive index? Refractive index, which is also known as index of refraction, measures the bending of ray of light when passing from one medium to the other medium. And the formula for refractive index is N is equals to C over V, where N shows, next, where C shows the speed of light, N shows the refractive index, and V shows the phase velocity of the light. So what is the principle of refractive index method? All the chemical compounds that have an index of refraction and refractive index of sugar can be determined by measuring the angle of incidence to the angle of refraction. Now we will see the apparatus that we are going to use in this experiment. And the apparatus is very simple, which is a hand-handled refractometer or dropper and then 100% apple juice sample. So let's see the procedure. Firstly, the secondary prism of the refractometer will be opened and 2 to 3 drops of specimen were dropped out into the center of the surface of the main prism. And the secondary prism at that time will be gently closed. While looked through the eyepiece of the refractometer, the measurement knob was turned slowly until the boundary line appears in the refraction field of the VN. Then the refractive index and the bricks we will read and it will be counted. 100% apple juice is tested in the refractometer then. So for the first trial, the bricks that obtained is 11%. Then for the second trial, the bricks that obtained is 10 degree or 10%. And then for the third trial, the bricks that obtained is 10% or 10 degree. The refractive index of 100% apple juice is 0 to 35 degree. And the apple juice has lower quantity of sugar, therefore it has lowest concentration, and the sugar in the apple juice might have sugar additive on it. So theoretically, in apple juice, there is 10 gram of sugar in 100 gram of apple juice solution. Now we will see the calculation of this procedure. So for 100% apple juice, we have here calculated the amount of the juice present, which is 0.5774% in 100% apple juice. So the concentration of glucose in 100% apple juice is 0.5774%. The second method of measuring the concentration of glucose in any juice is a volumetric method. And in this method, we use a Lane ions titration method. So firstly, we will study about Lane ions titration method. Lane ions titration method is one of the carbohydrate method, and it is a method that is used to determine the concentration of unknown sugar solution by using Lane and ions titration method. So in this method, it has 2 stages. First is preliminary titration and accurate titration. Preliminary titration purpose is for taking approximate the sugar solution is added in the flask, and then the flask containing a mixed Fehling solution. Lane ions method is an example of titration method which is based on reaction of reducing sugar with copper sulfate followed by reaction of alkaline titrate. So mixed coil for specific time followed by addition of methylene blue as an indicator changes. The sugar will reduce and the colored solution titrated will be original sample solution until decoloration of the indicator will be followed. Next. So now we will see the apparatus of that lemon iron titration method. Firstly, we will need a burette of 50 milliliter, aluminum flux of 300 milliliter, hot plate, retort stand, and a dropper for this procedure. The chemicals that we are going to use is phthalate solutions, number 1 and number 2, and methylene blue. Now we will see the procedure of that practical. Firstly, we will prepare chemical reagent, which is a phthalate solution A and phthalate solution B. For preparing phthalate solution A, we will use 69 gram caustic soda or 69 gram of CuSO4.5H2O and 1 milliliter of 1 meter H2SO4, which will be then dissolved in water and make up to 1 liter water. Then for phthalate solution B, we will take 34 gram of KNSC4.HO6.H2O and 100 grams of NOH will be then dissolved in water and make up to 1 liter water. Then this phthalate solution A and phthalate solution B will be added up to make 1% solution, and by adding methylene blue, we will make 1% aqueous solution. Firstly, we will see how to do preliminary titration, and for preliminary titration, the total solution sugar added in the flux will be 34, and to calculate sugar content, dextrose is rapid. The factor for this is 50 degree. So sugar content in 100 milli solution will be 146 milligram per milliliter from the calculations. So see, we will now see the calculations for preliminary titration 1. The sugar solution or sugar content that we obtained are 146 milligram per milliliter. And for accurate titrations, we have taken 3 factors and 169 milligram per milliliter, 320 milligram per milliliter, and 144 milligram per milliliter are the results for accurate titration. So by using these two methods, we can measure the concentration of sugar or glucose in any juice solution. Thank you. हो गया विभा?